Good morning. We're starting out in the laboratory, and we are going to go to the greenhouse and plant some peas today. So I've got my pea seed set out. It's right here. I have two varieties. We've got a snow pea and a snap pea. The snow pea is Oregon Giant, and the snap pea is called Sugar Snap. Now these are seeds that I saved from... I didn't save them. These are seeds that I purchased from the True Leaf Market. We're just going to come out here and avoid slipping. This snow has been really slippery, and I've fallen down a couple of times this winter, and it has taught me to walk slowly. So we're just going to make our way. It's early afternoon and it is bright. Man, I need sunglasses. It feels pretty warm today. I'm just gonna do a quick, we'll do a quick look around at the world of winter. And let's head inside. So we're going to get the dibble, which is right here with the tools. This is the dibble. Depending on where you live, this is called a dibble, a dibber, or a dibbler. And we're just going to go put the seeds in. I will not need this warm hat in here. This is the kind of film where you need a cameraman. And I don't have a cameraman, so I still wanted to show people. So what we have here is we have a tree. It's a citrus tree, and we have our alfalfa. We have dandelions right here, right there, and then this looks like a clary sage plant right there. The parent was growing up here, which is dead and dormant now, but the seeds fell off, so they're coming up. And then right here is a garlic. So we're just going to put a couple of pea seeds in here. So I've dibbled 3 holes. And I'll open the seed packet here. And this is just the most simple thing in the world. I'm just going to put one pea seed in each little hole. One there, one back there, and we'll go ahead and cover those up. And so that's good. The pea plants, oh my goodness, look at that. That's a pea tendril. I have a pea growing in here already. I didn't know that. We got to investigate this. This is exciting. When did I plant this one? I wonder where it's coming from. Get that alfalfa out of the way. So that, oh, it just broke off. Need to be more careful. Yeah, these are pea plants in here. Wow. That's interesting. So this right here is alfalfa. That's alfalfa. And then we have garlic here. Probably ought to cut that alfalfa off and do something fantastic with it. I'm going to put another pea seed right here. I'm just going to poke it in. And then let's put one right here. So just like that. I'm going to poke that in. Then there's that one. Just poke it down in. There, so that's planted. So there we go. So if you have a nice, soft, functioning soil, it works really well to just poke them in like that. Now with this pot, let's try to comprehend what's happening here. We have some tape. We can get rid of that. It's just a piece of trash. Okay, we have this garlic right here, and this looks like a radish maybe. Or it's a weed. I can't tell. Let's look at the root. See what's happening down there. Yeah, it does look like a radish. The other thing is we could taste this. I don't know what it doesn't really taste like a radish. Now here's a bunch of grass growing in here. And I don't necessarily want that grass growing. At this time of year, it's fine to let them grow a little bit. But since I want to plant the peas, I'm going to remove some of this grass because it's just taking up space in there. And it'll be probably a foot tall by the time these peas start coming up. So I want to get them out of the way. And then we can just say 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm just going to poke them in about an inch. There we go. So that's good. And then over here, this is just a random weed. It's growing. It looks like another radish, if that's what they are. Here's a dandelion. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of this foliage. There's a garlic coming up, and the top right here just got broke off when I was pulling weeds, so I didn't see it there, so I wasn't very careful. So that's not very good. But I'm just gonna we'll put some seeds right here, and there we go. Just poke them down in, and that's good. And when these grow up, hopefully, what the idea is, they'll cascade down the side of this right here. So right here, on this boulder face right here, I'm just gonna take my dibber and just make a hole back in there. And then we're gonna put a couple of pea seeds in there, cover that up. And then let's do that again, right up here. So this is at eye level, my eye level, right there. I'm gonna lift the phone up there. You see that hole I just made in there? And now I'm gonna put the pea seeds in it. There, I just threw the pea seeds in. Hopefully you can see them. I can't see it from this angle because I'm lifting that phone way above my head. There, and now I just covered it with some dirt. So that one got planted. So I'm gonna do this in quite a few places, maybe 20 places, or maybe even 100 places across this stone wall. So this in here, this one is 3.5 feet off the ground right here, so it's just right in front of me. And so these are weeds that are here, just some grasses. But this plant here is an onion chive plant. And if we look in there, there's some little tiny green shoots just starting to come out and grow. So I'm gonna put it's pretty hard soil right now because we have not watered this wall since last summer. So that's not a very good hole right there. There is moisture in this, but it's not really wet. I'm getting a little seed out of my bag. I'm going to put 2 pea seeds in that. We're going to cover that up. So there we go. Here, let's put a couple more just down here in this pot. Where this orange tree. So we'll just put the seed in each of those holes. And then we'll cover them up a little bit. It's hard to see past the tree because I'm working underneath it. So right in here we have I see 2 plants right here. We have this one. It smells so good. Oh, that smells awesome. Both of these are edible. This is a curly dock right here. And it's just a weed that grows wild. It is edible. The little green leaves they're not bad. They're good. And then the other one is chamomile. And I planted German chamomile and Roman chamomile in here. And I didn't really keep track of where I planted which type. And I'm mixed up at this point in my life. I don't even know which ones are growing good. I think there's some of both. So right here, we have this little place here. There's quite a few weeds in that. And there's some plants that I like in there. So this plant, this is onion chive right here. But there's a whole bunch of weeds in here too. The grass. Here again, I like weeds. Weeds are good. But if they're going to overtake something that I want growing, that's not good. So I'm just going to move some of the weeds out. I'm trying to encourage this to grow like a jungle. So I don't take all the plants out. I like the living root in the soil. And we're going to put a seed there, 2 seeds there. I don't know why I'm putting 2 in some and 1 in another. Somebody's going to ask me that. I don't have a good answer. So now we've come to the fig tree. So I'm just going to put some holes in here. Around here. There, that was a lot in that pot. And then we'll just put a pea seed in each hole. There we go. And then we'll just barely give them a cover. Just a little bit. Like that. And this one over here. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Grab my dibble. There's a spot right here where we can put a hole. And we'll throw a couple of pea seeds in there. Those ones fell where I didn't really want them, but we'll plant them. And I'm going to go like that to cover it. Good. Here we have a big, tall, really long leaves of dandelion. Up here we have a sweet clover that's growing. It has the white flower on it. A lot of them have yellow flowers. This is the white flowered variety. I'm just going to let him grow for a while. Let's put a dibble a hole there and there. And pea seed right in there. And then we'll cover that guy. And right here, put 2 in that one. Fun stuff. There's my pomegranate. Of course, it's dormant. And looks all these dead branches. It's dormant because it's winter time. And I'm going to put 3 holes there. And we put a seed in each hole. We've got the cardboard boxes in here because I use those to suppress weeds. So it's really not just a trash pile, even though it looks that way. It's there to look miserable, I guess. But in reality, it's nice to have the cardboard because it feeds the fungus. And we can put it on the ground. Okay. This one's way up here again. Holding this camera level. This is at eye level. So what we have growing in here, we have a lot of stuff coming up from seed. All these little guys. This one, this one, this one. This is something in the onion family. It's probably from this parent. This was, excuse me, this is this one right here is a perennial Welch onion. So that's probably what all these babies are, because I let everything go to seed out here. I'm going to put a couple of seeds right there. There they are. And we will cover that up. Okay, so this, I'm just doing the same thing. If I keep talking and narrating this, I'm not going to say anything new. We're just planting in here. Now, right here's fun, because this is a pea plant that we planted last fall. And we've been picking peas off these for a lot of the winter. They didn't produce a lot of peas, But they certainly did produce peas for us. Okay. This is one of our fig trees, and it certainly is alive. If you can see this little green bud right here and right there, see that it's alive. It looked like this branch died out here. Yeah, it died. If you bend a stick and they crack, like this one's dead too. If they crack and snap, they're dead. But if they're pliable, like this one, that one's not snapping, it's alive. And of course we know it's alive the other way is it has those green tips on there. So there we go. We have some peas right there. So that will be fun. So right here is a strawberry. Let's inspect this strawberry. It's got green leaves on it. It has runners that are coming out that have roots. This root, it was trying to root just on top of this rock right in here. And so if we bring this down, we could put those roots on the soil, just barely. Let's just cover it a little bit, like that. And those roots are going to go down. Let me do a better job. So I'm just going to put that right there. Pull some dirt on top of the roots, and then leave it alone. That helped that one root. What else is happening? It has these blossom stems, and it's blooming this winter. And it looks like that strawberry right there is green in there. So if we don't have more cold weather, that might turn into a strawberry. I don't think it will, because I think it's too cold right now. But it'll be interesting to watch it and see. But here's an empty place. There's nothing growing here. Right there. So that's a good place to put some peas. Here's another pomegranate. Let's put 3 peas in this one. 1, 2, and 3. Give them a little bit of a cover. I don't worry about covering them too much because once I hit them with the water, it'll be pretty good. Here's another strawberry right here, and there's a space right in here where we can stick a hole. Put the peas right there. So it's February and we're planting peas in the Wallapini greenhouse. There's more perennial green onions, and there's quite a bit of space in here to put stuff. So we'll just put 3 plants in here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it's looking good. Here's the boot camp garden that we did, and they're not growing very fast because of the winter's here, you know. We're in the Persephone days. That's what Elliot Coleman calls the winter. Persephone was one of the Greek gods, and the growing season would stop because of Persephone. There was a fight between the Greek gods, and Persephone had to go, or whatever. I don't remember how the story went. But the idea is that the days are short during this time of year between November and April. There's not enough light to really grow plants quickly. So we just grow them slowly. Or it's better to say that we don't really grow them at all. We're just keeping them kind of dormant. So we grow a whole bunch of plants in the fall. Like here's a beet growing up here on this stone wall. And we can come in here and we can pull the food out when we want to eat it. See, here's more beets right there, and right here, and here. The beets are growing all over this stone wall. So as we're hungry, it's just holding in here. It's alive, it's healthy, it's happy. You know, so It's pretty great. And when we get hungry in the winter, we have fresh food to pick. So, yeah. It's good stuff. Good times. Here's another good spot for a pea plant. Right there and right up there. Now, if these peas don't grow good, because the soil's not very good, is that bad? Not really. Because it's creating diversity. So having different living plants in here do more than just produce food. So here's another pea plant that's growing right there. It's got the white flower on it. They're not producing very many pods at this time of year. The pods are dying, but they are flowering. So if there was an insect in here, they would have a flower to eat. See, here's another couple of pea plants in here, mostly dormant. But as we keep planting in here, it'll make the soil more fertile over time. So we just keep on planting every year. And I was surprised because this is just a red clay soil. It seemed like it wouldn't have any, it wouldn't grow good plants. It had no good nutrition in it. It's kind of how I felt about it. But then the rodents took some peas up there and they produced beautiful peas. So they taught me that it would be a good thing. So I just planted, I don't know how many, we could go through this video, I guess, and look at it. What, 15, 20 places we planted on that wall. And then we'll plant more. Probably every couple of months throughout the year. We just keep putting seeds in. So hopefully this helps you to plant a pea in your garden.